Hey guys, welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Colorado Rockies here on General Manager Games. My name is Aaron, and I've lost track of what episode this is, but it's Season 9. We are in the National League Championship Series. We just defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers in the Division Series, the San Diego Padres in the Division Series. This was the game we played on Sunday night. This was the 18-inning marathon that we lost on a walk-off walk by Spencer Miles, but we bounced back nicely in Game 5 with a 5-1 win. Jim Denny picking up his second win of the postseason already. And now we're going to be taking on the 96-win St. Louis Cardinals. We've already gone over that team, so if you're watching this video right after that one, I won't bother you with the details again, but let's get right to the sim. So again, like we always do, we're just going to sim up to the elimination game, then we will play said elimination game. So TJ Wilson, 23-year-old, getting the start for St. Louis against the veteran Sixto Sanchez in Game 1. Goes to the Rockies as we win 8-5. It was 5-5 going into the bottom of the 6th. We scored 3 runs, and Chris B continues to rake in left field. 2 for 4 with 5 runs knocked in. Sanchez doesn't make it through 4. Bullpen pitches pretty well. Roberson, Gore, and Camarada. We knock Wilson out after an inning and 2/3. Lido and B both homer. So we take a 1-0 series lead. And how does my audio? I should have looked at my audio level before I started recording, but that's something a professional streamer and YouTuber would do, and that's not me. So let's move on to Game 2. Looks like it's going to be Jamie Fortner against Tanner Brubaker. Fortner is 15-4 on the year with a 3.14 ERA. Brubaker 14-7, 3.80. Let's see what happens in Game 2. Colorado Rockies take a 2-0 series lead as we hammer the Cardinals 13-6, and we were up 6-0 in the 4th. They got within 3. We scored 3 more in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th to blow this one open. B with 3 more hits, batting .379. Wesniak had 3 hits. Home runs from nobody. Just a lot of extra base hits. Lido with a double and a triple. Drew Jones doubled. Sal Stewart hit his 5th double. Jose Ramirez doubled. Triples from Lido, Young, and Drew Jones. Brubaker goes 6. Bullpen was good enough. And we are up 2-0. Now we head to St. Louis for Game 3. And we do have we lost Carter Young. Okay, we did get we got Willie Castro back, so we're gonna stick him back in the lineup at shortstop. Willie Castro out there at short. I don't want Ramirez starting every second game, and at this point, I don't want Pinnell starting because B is red hot. All right, so let's move on to Game 3. See if we can take a commanding lead here in the postseason. So Tony Villa-Gomez, 7-7, 3.50 against Ben Guest, 12-4, 3.54, and we lose that one. I don't know what the score was. 6-4. There we go. We lost 6-4. They scored 5. We're up 4-0. They scored 5 in the bottom of the 4th to take a lead they would not relinquish. So Guest doesn't make it through 4. And, St. Louis wants to make a series of it here. So it's now 2-1 for the Rockies. Denny against Koji Yoshida, 5-13, 4.44 against Denny, 14-6, 3.88. The series is tied at 2 as St. Louis wins the first 2 games. They win in 16 innings. We can't seem to break through in these extra inning games. Haas went 3 innings, gave up that run, but ultimately pitched okay. This is going to be a big Game 5. Game 5 in St. Louis. We go back to Wilson against Sanchez, a game we won in Game 1. So again, we'll be playing Game 6 either with a chance to knock St. Louis out or to keep our season alive. And we're down 3-2, so we've lost all 3 games in St. Louis. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Sanchez goes 5. Wilson pitched much better this time. So we got to win 2 games in a row in Colorado against Yeah, and look at that. They were 3-9 against us this year, so I don't get it, but whatever. All right, so we got to win 2 games, and that's fine. Mason Wynn is eligible to come off the DL, but I can't do anything with him yet, so he'll have to wait, assuming we make it to the next round. And we got to play. So Jamie Fortner against Tanner Brubaker. They're going to be sending Noah Smith, Angel Hanau, who was a former Colorado Rocky. We traded him for Mason Wynn. Garrett Whitley will bat third, play left field. Yordan Alvarez batting cleanup, playing first. Aaron Sabato in the 5-hole. Michael Conforto, the 36-year-old Michael Conforto out in right field. JT Realmuto, 38-year-old JT Realmuto doing the catching, batting 7th. Vitor Watanabe, Vitor Watanabe batting 8th and playing center, and Jamie Fortner, 15-4, 3-1-4. For us, it's the same lineup as you've come to love. Lido, Wesniak, B, Jones, Stewart. Willie Castro gets the start at second. Romo, LeCaire, and Brubaker. Do I want? Yeah, that's the lineup I want out there. So let's go ahead and start this game and see if we can extend this series to a game 7 at home. So Brubaker against Noah Smith to kick this one off. Lays down the bunt. It's 1-0. Angel Hanau, 1-1 pitch to him. Grounds out to second. Ooh, error. Is that it's runner error on the first baseman? No, it's an error on the second baseman. Okay, so Garrett Whitley now. Hard shift left. 1-2 pitch to Whitley. And we're down 2-0. So on the 1-2 pitch, Garrett Whitley goes bridge, and we're trailing by 2. Yordan Alvarez. 1-2 pitch to him. Grounded back to the pitcher, 2 away. And Aaron Sabato. 2-2 pitch to him. Strike 3. So we give up 2 in the first. And we got some work to do here early against Jamie Fortner. Lido will lead off for us. And that's going to get down. That's going to be a leadoff double, maybe leadoff triple for Lido. Leadoff double for Luke Lido. Wesniak now. It's going to get down. It's going to be a base hit to left field. Lido rounds third. And he holds there. So runners on the corners. Nobody out for Chris B. B hits that one out to right center field. That one's going to get down for extra bases as well. In comes Lido. Wesniak stops at third. So second and third, nobody out for Drew Jones. Jones hits that one to center. Catch is going to be made out there. Runner is safe at the plate. And we are tied at 2. B moves over to third with 1 out. Here comes Sal Stewart. Stewart hits a 2-run home run. We are up 4-2. Sal Stewart goes oppo taco. 4-2 Rockies in the first. Here comes Willie Castro. And he smashes that one to center field. We are hitting some absolute bombs off of the Cardinals' starting pitcher here tonight, Jamie Fortner. Here comes Drew Romo. Going to be a pop out to center. Wouldn't mind a 2-out pinch, a 2-out clutch hit from LeCaire here. Grounded on the infield, and that's going to retire the side. But we pick up 4, and we're up 4-2. First pitch to... Oh, I shifted the wrong way, damn it. Oh, got really lucky with the ground out to first, though. Here comes Realmuto. Hard shift left. 2-2 pitch to JT. Ground out 6-3, and Vitor Watanabe will come up now. 0-2 pitch to him. Strike 3. So, quick inning for Brubaker there. We needed that. 2-1. Brubaker will lead off here in the second. Grounds out to third. Here comes Lido. He strikes out. And Wesniak takes ball 4. That will bring up B. He hits a high fly ball out to left. I think that one's going to stay in the ballpark, though. Catch is made. We are through 2. Still 4-2. Jamie Fortner. Strike 3. Noah Smith, 1-2 pitch. Grounded to second, 2 away. And Hanau, 0-1 pitch to him. Base hit to right. Now, Angel Hanau has been on base twice against his former team. I'll bring up Garrett Whitley's extreme pull, so we hard shift left. Now he's going to steal second base. 3-2 pitch now to Whitley. It's a fly ball out to left center field, and B will make the catch, and it's still 4-2. Drew Jones leads off the bottom of the 3rd. Flies out to left field. 1 out. Sal Stewart hit a 2-run home run his last time up. Flies out to center this time. And Willie Castro doubled last time. Grounds out to second here. Oh, infield single for Willie Castro. Drew Romo. Grounded to second, and that will retire the side. So we're through 3, 4-2. Yordan Alvarez, hard shift right. 1-1 pitch to him. Grounded to third base. 1 out. Sabato is extreme pull, so hard shift left. 1-0 pitch to him. That one's hit out in the gap to right center field for extra bases. It's going to be a 1-out double for Sabato, I believe. Yep, 1-out double for Sabato. That will bring up Conforto, and we will shift right. Conforto swings at the first pitch, and we are tied. Real Muto now. Flies out to right field. So we're going to have one of those games in Coors, it looks like. 2 away, and here comes Watanabe. Grounded to third. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 4, and we bring up 8-9-1. LeCaire lines it into left field for a base hit. So good start to the inning by our number 8 hitter. We will bunt. Gets it down the first base line. Nice bunt by Brubaker. Runner on second. 1 out for Luke Lito. Grounds to first. LeCaire goes over to third. Here comes Wesniak. And Wesniak drives a base hit into left field. LeCaire will score. So we manufacture a run. Base hit, sacrifice, ground out to second, single, and we're up 5-4. Here comes B. And they finally go to a new pitcher, Manny Brito, and B laces a single to left. So 2 on, 2 outs for Drew Jones, and he strikes out. So we go to the 5th up 5-4. They bring in Pat Valleca, and we will shift left on the pinch hitter. Pop up on the infield. Catch is going to be made by Stewart. Noah Smith now. Grounds to short. 2 away. And Hanau. Strike 3. So good inning by Brubaker. How many pitches is he at? 65. He's fine. All right, so we go Stewart, Castro, and Romo this inning. They bring up another pinch hitter, or another relief pitcher. It's going to be a fly ball out to right. Chris Lanane, or Lanane. He'll face Willie Castro now, who's got 2 hits. Castro strikes out this time. Andrew Romo. He strikes out. So we go to the 6th up by a run. 1-2 pitch to Whitley. Grounded to short. 1 out. Yordan Alvarez, shift right. 2-1 pitch to him. Grounded to short. 2 away. And Sabato, hard shift left. 2-0 pitch to Brubaker. Fly out to center. So Brubaker's gone 6, giving up 4 runs and 4 hits. He is at 76 pitches. We'll leave him out there, even though he's due to bat second this inning. LeCaire strikes out. Brubaker hits a fly ball to right. Diving catch out in right field. And here comes Luke Lito. Lito bloops a single into right field, so a 2-out hit. Wozniak now. He strikes out, so we go to the 7th, up by a run, and we are going to start to get some people ready here. Who do I want to get up? Robertson, I think. So we got Michael Conforto. He had a 2-run homer last time up. Let's see if we can keep him in the ballpark here in the 7th. Base hit to right. Real Muto, we will shift left. 3 to 6 to... Oh, couldn't turn 2. Almost. Here comes Watanabe. He strikes out. And that will bring up Tyler Kehoe. He's a spray hitter, so we'll just see what happens. And he's going to lace that one into left center field. Is that going to tie the game? I think it probably will. Yep. All right. So now we go to Robertson, I guess. That sucks. So this time I should have taken him out, and I didn't. So here comes Noah Smith. And we're losing. Smith with a double, and we are down by a run. Ground ball to third. And the offense has to get going here. We go to the 7th, down by a run. We got 3, 4, 5 this inning. Barea against B. Strike 3. Here comes Jones. Fly out to right. And Stewart. It's going to be a double to right center field. A 2-out double for Sal Stewart. We need Willie Castro to come through here. And he gets a single to center. Stewart is safe at home, and we tie it up at 6. Very nice. We're going to get Haas up just to be safe. Here comes Drew Romo. He strikes out, but we tie it up, and we go to the... I didn't want to pitch around, but we struck him out, so it's fine. Shift right against Alvarez. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to second, and that's the second out of the inning. And Sabato, hard shift left against him. Ball 4. Conforto, hard shift right against Conforto. Ball 4. Stop it. Shift left against Real Muto. Grounded to second, and that will retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, up by a run. We're going to get Haas down, and we're going to bring Camerata up because he'll be pitching the 9th either way. So LeCaire, 2-2 pitch to him. He strikes out. So we got a lefty on the mound. Jose Ramirez will pinch hit. It's Hector Yan. Strikeout for Ramirez and Luke Lito. He strikes out. So we go down quietly in the 8th, and we will bring in a Camerata against their 8-9-1. There's strike 3. They will bring in Austin Meadows to pinch hit. And he strikes out, and Noah Smith, 1-2 pitch to him. Camerata strikes out the side in the 9th. So we go to the bottom of the 9th with 2, 3, 4 coming up against Joshua Gapuzan. Pop out to the left, or to the shortstop by Wozniak. 1 away. Chris B gets a base hit to right. So Chris B with another 3-hit game. Drew Jones strikes out, and Sal Stewart strikes out. All right. So Camerata, I got to get somebody up just to be safe. We'll get Haas up. We're going against their 2, 3, 4. Here comes Hanau. He strikes out. Garrett Whitley. He strikes out, and Yordan Alvarez. Ball 4. We will hard shift left against Sabato. And we're losing. That stinks. He had struck out the first 5 batters he faced and then walking home run, and we're down by 2. All right, so we go to bottom of the 10th. Our season is on the line. We got Castro, Romo, and LeCaire. See what happens. Castro grounds out. I have to bring in Jared Sheets. Here comes Romo. Grounds out to second. And LeCaire is our final opportunity, and we lose. So we lose. Our season is over, and we will do the off-season. That sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and, I guess, sim through the end of the postseason. Angels. It's going to be the Angels and the Cardinals in the World Series. At least it's not the Dodgers, I guess. So let's root for the St. Louis Cardinals in this one, shall we? Tonight, we are all Cardinals fans, as they say. Angels are up 2-0 because, of course, they are. Great. Clark Schmidt is hurt or still hurt. Yeah, we suffered quite a few injuries this year, and I don't want to. Ultimately, it didn't really affect us because we were pretty healthy come the postseason. It would have been nice to have Clark Schmidt out there in the postseason, but you know, that's not the difference between us winning and losing. We do need some bullpen help this year, though. I think that's pretty evident. We do need some bullpen help. We are going to have some money because Jose Ramirez's vesting option didn't take, so at least we have that going for us. It's $40 million we won't have to spend. All right. So he failed to meet his vesting option. Burl Carraway, we are going to void his contract. That was $10 million. What does Ramirez want to come back? Yeah, this is the end of Jose Ramirez. I mean, you know, we got what we could out of him, and I'll take it. He's mad with our performance. Our fan loyalty increased. It's up to great. So our new budget is $190 million. So we all of a sudden, we went from having no money to having $56 million to spend this year. Top prospects, we don't have anybody. Our prospects, we were towards the bottom. Yeah, we're 23rd right now because all we have is Norman. A lot of firing. Red Sox fired their manager. Gabe Kapler fired by San Francisco. Andrew Friedman gets fired by the Dodgers. Let's go. We got him canned. All right, so we need to come in here, look at arbitration. Anybody. We can't offer Ramirez arbitration because he's already been offered it before. I would like to talk to Sanchez, but I'm concerned that that fragility. Let's look and see what's available for upcoming free agents. Let's look at the starting pitchers. Yeah, I mean, you got Giolito, who's normal. You got Shane Bieber, who's also fragile. Jack Flaherty. There's not a ton here. I mean, a couple of decent pitchers, so we'll have to see. I mean, I'm not against paying Sanchez this kind of money, but I want to see what else is available. So the first things first, let's do arbitration. And we've got some pretty hefty arbitration numbers. First thing we're going to do is trade Mason Wynn. I can't pay him $11 million. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. So we should be able to get somebody who's 75% as good as him for, you know, a tenth of the cost. Or maybe not. I don't know. Because I'm not seeing anything here that really stands out to me. Let's get rid of veterans. Let's try regulars, and then we'll try prospects. Yeah, like this guy here, Carter Shepard, making $570,000, is 75% as good as Mason Wynn for 92, 47, 49, 79, 41, 36. I mean, he's about 75% as good and making a 20th of the price. Tim Knopf, I like him. Extreme ground ball pitcher. He's 24. And he's not very good, but he would be some good pitching depth, the extreme ground ball pitcher. Right now, he's my option. He's a reliever, I guess. He's with that stamina, which is fine. I mean, I don't necessarily need him to start, but fly ball pitcher, Garrett Irvin. I mean, he's not terrible. Average reliever, Jackson Wiggins, no. You get Jack Leiter back. We could bring Carter Smith back, who was actually quite good in Tampa. I'm considering bringing him back. That might be crazy, but I'm considering bringing him back. He's 30. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring Carter Smith back. It's going to free up $11 million, and I'm gonna bring Carter Smith back. I'm going to do it. I just did it. I can't believe I did that. I brought Carter Smith back. That was the best option. That was the best option of the bunch when it came to the options that were available to us. So let's go back into arbitration. So Carter Smith wants $1 million. That's fine. We'll give him $965. We'll clear off the ones that are cheap, that are nothing. Roberson wants 1.1, so we'll give him 1,050 like that. De La Cruz, yeah, we'll bring him back as well. I mean, he's cheap, so even if we end up cutting him, it's not going to hurt us in the long run. Submit. I'm hoping we might get some good international free agents. We have a ton of money to spend, so. Camarado wants 2.6. Can we sign him long term? Can we sign him like a 4-year deal at 2.5? 4, 5, and like 6. Would he be interested in that? No, he only wants the 1 year. Okay. So he wants 1 year at 2.6, which means we can probably offer him 2.45. Oops. 2.45, like that. Okay, 2.5. All right. I don't want a nickel and dime, but I mean, if I can save money, I want to save money. So Sal Stewart wants 4.2. He wants a long-term deal. I'm not against paying him long-term. I mean, like 5 years. If we can cut this down to 15, take I would be okay with that. That's what? That's 5 years, 30, 41. That's 5 years, about $52 million. That takes him to his age 30 year. Yeah, he's okay with that, so I'm fine with that. 5 years, $52 million for a 25-year-old third baseman. He is officially our third baseman of the present now that Jose Ramirez has moved on. Very good defensively, has some flexibility, put up a 4-win season a year ago. Yeah, I'll take that. Now we get into some of the difficult ones. Drew Jones wants 7.5. I don't think he's going to let us sign him long term. I mean, we'll try. Yeah, he doesn't want... So he wants 1 year at 7.5, so I could probably offer him 7 or 7.1. Yeah. Maybe 7.2. All right, 7.2. All right, so now we got Guess and Denny. So let's start with Denny. He's 26 years old. He wants Wow, he wants a long-term deal for a ton of money. How many years of control does he have left? Oh, he's got... Yeah, I'm not giving him that kind of money right now. What about Guess? Guess has 2 years left after this one. So we still have 3 years with Jim Denny. So I'm perfectly okay offering him 1 year at like 6.8 or 6.9. One of those will get accepted. Yeah. $6.9 million for Jim Denny for 1 year. And then we have Guess locked up for 2 more years after this. He doesn't want long-term. But by the time his arbitration is up, he's going to be 30. So I don't even know if I'm going to want to sign him to a long-term deal. Offer him 7.5. Cool. And that gives us, we saved a few $1 million there in arbitration, which, again, isn't a huge issue because we have a crap ton of money. But Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, I think his time with us is done. I want to bid him adieu. He played really, really well for us over the course of, 4.5 seasons? Wow, he was with us for 4.5 years. How time flies. Maybe we can re-sign him to a minor league contract what did that say? Yeah, maybe we can offer him a minor league contract in the offseason. We'll see. Mackenzie Gore is fine to go. I mean, he pitched well enough for us as a bullpen arm, but, not for what he's making. And then Carraway was okay. I mean, he was fine. 1.7 WAR, 137 strikeouts in 85 innings, but I guess I just expected more than that out of... Yeah, and he wants a raise, so apparently he thinks he was better than that too. So, all right, well, we are now going to sim ahead to free agency. And when I come back, we'll take a look at the awards. We'll look at what we have for free agency, and then we'll start to make some decisions to try to win title number 2. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Let's take a look at the awards. So we signed all of our free agents or all of our ARB guys, and we got fan interest bumps for some of them. So our fan interest should be, we're at a 99 right now. Why do we only have $33 million for extensions next year? Oh, because Jones jumps up. Denny jumps up, Guess jumps up. So we have some players who jump up in cost next year. That's fine. That's a next year problem. So let's look at the awards. So you can see your American League Gold Glove winners. You can pause it here if you want to see it. I'm going to switch to the National League where it is more important. So Drew Romo wins the Gold Glove behind the plate. He's the only Rocky. Former Rocky pitcher Logan Gilbert wins the pitcher Gold Glove award. Mike Clement wins the Reliever of the Year in the American League, and Jozan Okendo of the Giants. Really, look at those ratings. Those aren't very good ratings, but still, he won the Reliever of the Year. AL Platinum Stick. Again, you can pause it if you want to see it. National League, we had Wesniak at first, Sal Stewart at third. AL Rookie of the Year, Steve Tedding, 302, 33 home runs. NL, Jim Pennell, our very own Jim Pennell, wins the Rookie of the Year in the National League. A 280 season, 32 home runs, 92 RBIs. Null Larkin. So apparently they forgot to give this guy a first name because I don't think his first name is Null. But he won the Manager of the Year. AL Cy Young goes to Gerardo Lupino of the White Sox. Free agent to be Lucas Giolito finishes second. In the National League, Carson Montgomery, Mitchell Sorensen, TJ Wilson, and Sixto Sanchez finishes like 8th. So, AL Most Valuable Player is Cesar Alicea of the White Sox. National League, Sam Wesniak wins his second straight Most Valuable Player, and is that his 3rd overall? No, not his second trade. He won it in 2027 and 2029. So Sam Wesniak, a 2-time Most Valuable Player. Anybody interesting coming over from Japan? Not particularly. International free agents. This is what I was hoping for. Let's hope for a winner here. Alan Slater. He's not terrible. The Reds already signed him. Come on. I didn't even get a chance to sign him. It's garbage. All right. So free agents. They're all old, but there's some good names on here. Cabrian Hayes, Sixto Sanchez, Kyle Tucker, Luis Urias, Giolito, Bieber. And we come into free agency with $67 million to spend. How are we going to spend it? It's a good question. Let's look at our team. So if we look at the lineup, I think we're pretty well set. Yeah, we're pretty well set offensively. I don't think we need to do anything there. We're gonna have a decision to make with B and Bell B and Pennell, because they both bring something different. Bell brings that contact. He hit 329 last year. Pennell hit 280, but hit 32 home runs. So we'll have to figure out a way to get them both in the lineup while still working in some of our young players. I mean, Cotter took a step back after a really, really nice rookie year, but we got Ike Acker on his way up, as well as we got some other prospects here that may not be that far behind. Kevin Mathis, a first base prospect, 22. Jackson Lynn. We're gonna have to sign a bunch of a bunch of minor league free agents. As you can see, our minor league systems are empty because I forgot to sign people because I'm an idiot. Jackson Lynn is 26 years old, has developed pretty significantly over the last couple of years. Yeah, look at his ratings here over the last year and a half. He's jumped up. So he's a bat. We got a lot of players in Double-A that are going to be kind of a factor here over the next couple of seasons. Here, we're going to have to sign a crap ton of minor league free agents. You can see we are behind the 8 ball, but I'm not worried about that right now. So, yeah, from a lineup perspective, I think we're fine. Pitching, we need some help. We're going to get Parker back in June. He's out for 6 or 7 months? 7 months. We're going to get him back in June, but that means I would like to pick up. We are going to put Norman in the rotation this year. I think it makes sense to give him that shot. So we need really one pitcher because we've got some good backup depth. Grant Newton, Chad Horn, who was terrible last year, so maybe not. Yeah, he's awful. We're going to send him away, pretend he doesn't exist anymore. Applegate is not a starter, he's a reliever. Yeah, so I would say one more starting pitcher and then another really solid bullpen arm at a bare minimum, and then we'll see what else is available. I mean, I'd pick up a couple of starters if I could. Yeah, and Giolito doesn't even require a comp pick. And I think we'd be crazy not to take a run at Lucas Giolito on a short-term deal. So he wants 5 years. What if we gave him 30? No, not 300. And we made the final year a team option, the $3 million buyout. I mean, I'd be fine with that. 3 years, $30 million. 3 years, $90 million for a 35-year-old Lucas Giolito. We won't have to pay any sort of comp pick. And from a long-term perspective, if we have to move on from Ben Guest this year because he wants $12 million next year, we can. I'm hoping that with the fan interest bump, we will be able to bring in a little bit more money this season, which will hopefully be able to increase our budget for following years. But we're going to start with a pretty big deal to Lucas Giolito. Let's take a look now at our relievers. So Garrett Crochet, he only wants 1.5. Braylon Marquez. These are both fly ball pitchers, though, and I don't want a fly ball pitcher. There's not a lot of really good bullpen arms out there right now. Guys, hang on just a second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. And yeah, I don't see... I mean, maybe we bring Pete Fairbanks back. He was pretty good in short time. He's an extreme ground ball pitcher. He's not asking for a ton of money this year. He wants 2 years. Can we give him 2 years at 4? Yeah, he would take 2 years at 4. Okay. And then do we have anybody on... There's not really anybody on the trade block either. Let's look at batters. Not that we need anybody. I just want to see who's here, and maybe we can get somebody on the cheap. What are we doing? Oh, I think we need a shortstop, don't we? I mean, I guess we can go into next year with Carter Young as our starting second baseman and Willie Castro as our starting shortstop, and then LeCaire backing up at both. We don't have anybody in Double-A who's quite ready. Ferguson will be there probably next year. Hit 39 home runs in A-ball this season. Hennon, he's not very good defensively, but he's got a good bat. See, I don't have anybody who's quite ready yet. Jim Carnes. Yeah, there's no one who's quite ready yet. So, but I don't want to spend, big time free agent money on someone for a year. So, I don't think we're going to make a run at any offensive players, although he's fragile. If he wasn't fragile, that might not be a bad shortstop to pick up. Ariel Antigua. No, these are the kinds of players we can find in the Rule 5 if we really need to. Players who can't hit but can field. So I think what we do now, we've got 2 deals in, or two offers in. I don't know that 3 at 90 is going to be enough for Giolito, considering he was demanding 35. I think we may get some competition, and I'm willing to pay a little bit more for him if I need to. I mean, I'll probably go up to 32, 33 over 3 years for him, with that third year being the team option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim up to the winter meetings, because that's when you start to get some players showing up on the trade block, and maybe we can use some of these prospects who are blocked, players like Hennon, Quintanilla, specifically those two, and then either Mathis or Fisher. I really like Danny Fisher, though. He is a cloud or an out. I like that. I like that description. A couple of first basemen, that are blocked by Wozniak, at least for the time being. So maybe we can get up to the winter meetings and we can find, maybe we can find a deal to make. So I'll come back at the winter meetings. Be right back. All right, we are back at the winter meetings, and we did land the big fish. We did sign Lucas Giolito. Where is he? Right here. 3 years, $30 million, team option for the third year. So really we're going to pay him for his 35 and 36 seasons, and then we have a team option for that third season. He has a no trade clause, but that's fine. I don't suspect that we will trade him. He could be traded back to the White Sox or the Angels, but at any rate, we pick up a brand new ace. Goes right into the top of that rotation. Giolito, Brubaker, Denny, Guess, and Norman, with Sademont Parker slated to come back sometime in June or July. We're still waiting on Fairbanks to re-sign. Again, the money for extensions is all but gone at this point. We have a little bit of money left, but not worrying about that right now. We are at the winter meeting, so let's see if there's anything on the trade block that piques our interest. Salvatore Figueroa, it's a ground ball pitcher making $6 million. I don't want to make a trade with the Dodgers, though. Junior Macy's. 1 year, $3 million. He's not terrible. Ground ball pitcher. What would Miami want for him? Not a lot. I think Cotter is a fair deal with the offense, with the number of outfielders we have right now. I think that's a pretty solid deal. What if can we do this? Can we give you Mike Drury instead? No, it doesn't change it at all. All right, so we're gonna give you Alexis Cotter, or Alexios Cotter, as it were. Cotter is thick-headed. Had a very good rookie season. Had basically the same number of at-bats in his sophomore season. Same number of home runs. His strikeouts went up. His average dropped by 60 points. His on-base percentage dropped by 60 points. His slugging percentage dropped by 125 points. And he has been passed in the outfield by Chris B. So Cotter for Junior Macy's. Can we get you to eat the contract? Not quite. What if we go here? right, so 55%, that's fine. So we're going to... All right, that works. So fans don't like Alexis Cotter going away. They do like Junior Macy's coming in. So we pick up another reliever, another ground ball style pitcher, which is something that we obviously need. And he's listed as a starter. What is his control? His stamina is only 36. He's not a starter. He is a reliever. All right, so we've added a new pitcher. We've added 2 new pitchers. We've added a new starter. We've added another reliever. We've got a contract out to Fairbanks. What else do we want to do? I don't know that there's a whole lot that we want to do. In free agency, I mean, we've got some money to spend this year, but do I really want to spend it on, you know, somebody for more than I don't think I want any of these players for more than a year. Frankly, you know, just from looking at them, I mean, like Neraldo Catalina wouldn't be bad, but he's fragile, and I am hesitant to sign a fragile pitcher. Alvaro Figueroa, fastball curveball pitcher, hasn't made it out of the minor leagues yet. Adequate middle relief. What does our middle relief actually look like this year? Oh, you know who I want to look? I want to look up. Can we bring back Clark? Where is he? Right there. He wants $7.5 million, and he's fragile. All right, well, we're not bringing back Clark Schmidt. That's fine. So our bullpen, pitching ratings. I guess it doesn't matter how we look at it. Let's sort it like this. So Applegate's just depth. Camarada's our closer. Cruz. Yeah, we have a lot of average in our bullpen. And that's the reality of it. Camarada's our best reliever. So we need to figure out, we need another stud reliever. So let's go here. Let's go to relievers. And we want a ground ball style reliever. I mean, like, you know, I need someone like this. You know, especially with, I mean, that guy is, he would cost a fortune, right? Yeah, we don't have anybody that you would want. What if we started with Quintanilla? Give you a break. Nope. Okay. I like him. Really good control. He's a number 18 prospect. They're not going to trade him to me. Ground ball. Yeah, that, you know, give me a Juan Gomez, man. Come on. Try again, fail again, try harder. This will not work. Damn. All right. Let's keep looking then. Looks like 5-star maybe out of the question. But, you know, maybe we can find ourselves a 4.5-star or a 4-star reliever who's a ground ball pitcher, who's got, you know, good stats across the board. Like David Ray DeWitt. They want Sal Stewart for him. You shut up. So I add Quintanilla, and now all they want is Camarada or Stewart. If I added Hennon, not really close to what we need. All right, let's try this. Let's try it like this. Where are they? Quintanilla and Hennon. And we want relievers. Let's see if we can get any. Yeah, it's a whole lot of crap. That's disappointing. I mean, he's not bad, but Wesleyan Toussaint. And none of these guys are any good. None of these guys are any good. 21-year-old, nope. All right, so we are going to go back to player list. We'll find somebody. We will find somebody. I'm sure of it. We're limited, right? We have to find players who kind of fit the bill, you know, fit what it is we're looking for. We need those ground ball style pitchers. Loic Provolone, Would you give me Loic Provolone? Okay, well, at least that's something. So what if we started with Quintanilla? And if we came here and gave you one of our other relievers, would that help at all? Like you want Spencer Miles? Miles actually makes the deal worse, okay. Carson Applegate. Nope. Roberson. All right, well, that's now you're asking for prospects that I'm not really willing to give up. But if I gave you Norman Hennon and took out Roberson, wow, we can't get a deal done. They're trying to take advantage of us here. All right, so let's go back to free agency, and let's dive back into the world of free agency, I guess. Alan Slater, he was the international guy. He's really bad against left-handers. Garrett Crochet, he's an extreme fly ball pitcher, but he's cheap. He's really good against lefties. He's passable against righties, but he's a fly ball pitcher. That worries me. That concerns me. If we get Fairbanks, that's going to make things a little bit better, I think, but yeah, there's not a whole lot here. We could bring back Adonis Medina again. He's pitched for us. Oh, do we bring back Medina on a one-year deal? No, I don't think we do. He's not really better than what we have, so. Kyle Muller. Pellegrino. Guillermo Pellegrino. That's a great name. There's Clark at 7.5. All right, I think we're done in free agency once we sign Fairbanks. So let's go ahead and sim up to the Rule 5. And maybe there will be somebody available later for cheap or somebody else on the trade deadline that we can, or on the trade block that we can make a move for. So I'll be back at the Rule 5. All right, we're back again. It's probably going to be another short clip as we are just at the Rule 5. Not a whole lot going on between then and now. Or when we were last here and now. Fairbanks is close to agreeing to our contract. Sixto Sanchez signed a contract with the Mets, 5 years, $110 million. So we're going to pay Giolito $19 million less and pay him for 2 fewer seasons. Francisco Lindor signed with the Texas Rangers, 2 years, $56 million. And Jose Ramirez signed with the Dodgers, 2 years, $21 million per year for Jose Ramirez. I assume they're going to play him at third base. I don't know. He's not very good. Walker Buehler signs a contract with the Texas Rangers. A 3-year, $30 million contract. Slater signed with the Angels, 2 years, $6 million. Xander Bogaerts signing with the Cubs. Brian Hayes with the Yankees. And it's time for the Rule 5. We may spend some money carelessly. We may sign a player just to sign them. We'll take a look after the Rule 5. Let's get to the Rule 5. Ooh. Oh, he's not good. All right, let's get to Colorado. All right, so what do we have for players? Let's look at batters. Ooh, there's some talent in here. Joe Gallion, no hustle. Tayshaun Walton, pretty good defensively. Bobby Alvarado. Wow, Bobby Alvarado. I like him. We may make a run at him. George Lombard Jr. We may make a couple of signings here in this Rule 5. We got some solid talent in here. Katia Ortega. Ooh, look at this guy. Federico Ramirez. I think we take Federico Ramirez from... Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Federico Ramirez, we will draft him. And if that outfielder is still there, we will take him. Bobby Alvarado is still there. We will take him as well. We're going to take 2 players in the Rule 5. Gives us some much-needed young player depth. Let's just make sure there's nobody else. Devin Rycroft is actually... We traded him to the Twins. Oh, he was in the big deal we made for... for Brubaker and Camerata and Haas and... Yeah, that was a big deal. He's a good hitter. Pretty good hitter for a pitcher. Kevin Shantz. Bobby Strong. Wow. Wow. I mean, I think I'm going to take Bobby Strong, and maybe we... Is he still there? He is. And we try to trade him. There's a ton of talent in the Rule 5 this year. That's crazy. And nobody wanted any of it except for me, apparently. Number 91 prospect, a ground ball pitcher. Sure, we'll take him too. We'll just take everybody. You don't want them, we'll take them. Joe Sullivan, left-hander. Come on down. All right, so we pick up 4 players in the Rule 5. Let's get to the rule. Let's just finish this off. I mean, I don't know how realistic that is, but fact of the matter is talent's talent. And if they've got talent, if they're going to leave the talent out there, I'm going to take it. So that's just the way it is. All right, so where are we from a front office perspective? $33 million this year, 17 for extensions. We get a small bump here in revenue per game right now. Let's look at free agency, and let's just see if we want to do something careless. We have enough money to sign Shane Bieber. He made 24 starts a year ago. What does he want? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Apparently, I offered him a minor league contract. So let's go in here and let's change that. Oh, come on. I keep clicking the wrong buttons. Let's get rid of that. I understand he'll be upset, but I'm going to offer him legit money here. So 4 years, $23 million. Yeah, I don't want to give that up. I thought maybe if we could sign him to like a 3-year contract with the 2-team option thing, that I might make a run at that. But yeah, I'm not comfortable there. Let's look at the trade block. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing here that, really makes my hair stand on end, so to speak. And I'm content, I think, with Fairbanks. So Fairbanks and Giolito plus the Rule 5 draftees that we brought in. Are there any bats that we want to bring in just for, S's and G's, as they say? Matt Chapman. We could bring in Chappie. He's 2 years removed from a 52 home run season. Only had a $180 a year ago. No comp pick for Pavin Smith. Don't really need him, though. I mean, I'd love to bring in Matt Chapman just to be like a, defensive replacement, left-handed hitter, when we want to move Sal Stewart to the outfield or something, but not for $15 million unless... Can we do this? I'm just curious. What would we do with him? What would we do with Matt Chapman if we brought him in? I truly don't know. As it stands now, we have 7 outfielders on our roster that could potentially make the big league club. And I didn't count Jerry and Ely. We have Frederico Ramirez, who we just signed as part of the Rule 5, so he'll be on the team. There's just so much here. Ike Acker's got really good ratings against righties. Alvarado is pretty good against both. Bobby Strong, very good against both. Bobby Strong's the best bat of the bunch. Alvarado's probably the worst of the bunch. I mean, do we see what we can do for Alvarado and B, maybe? Or not B. Ely. Much. Max Flame. That's a name. That is a solid name. Max Flame. The Astros really want to give us Wesleyan Toussaint. It's a negative WAR pitcher last year. Dana Vanderwood. Another good bat, but that's the one position we don't have a need as a minor leaguer is at first base. I mean, I would love to bring in Matt Chapman, but I get the feeling that he wouldn't be happy in the role that we would have him in. Is there a Royce Lewis, but he's comp pick. That's a lot of money, even though he's very, very good. Brendan Rodgers. Let's take a look at how Brendan Rodgers has done since we traded him back in 2023. Came off a 3.8 win season. We traded him to Seattle for Dunn and Logan Gilbert. And since that season, where did he go? Since that season, he has put up 2 points. He's put up 3 WAR in the last five full seasons. So I would say we got good value from Brendan Rodgers. But Nellis isn't loyal to the team. Chapman's so good at third base, and in Coors he could hit 40 home runs, 50 home runs. I mean, do we make Sal Stewart our second baseman? He wasn't very good at second base. He was above average at third, but he's not going to be Matt Chapman at third base. And we can keep Chapman for a year and just see how it goes. He will slug an elite number of bombs. I'm going to do it. I don't care. We're just going to figure it out. So 3 years, $15 million for Matt Chapman. We're going to do it. So at this point, I'm just going to... I got a little careless with our money here, but that's fine. I'm going to sim ahead to... let's do the Hall of Fame voting. I didn't do that. So Trevor Bauer, no. Carlos Beltran, yes. Robinson Cano will vote for him. I was given a hard time for not voting for Robinson Cano previously, so I will do it now. Bartolo Colon, yes. Nelson Cruz, yes. His 500 home runs, I think, put him in the Hall of Fame. King Felix, yes. Cole Hamels, yes. Tim Hudson, yes. Scherzer, Suzuki, and Votto. Leaving Sale off my ballot this year. All right, so I'm going to sim ahead now to the end of spring training. We'll set our rosters, and we'll call it an episode. So we're going to have some decisions to make, assuming Chappie signs with us, but that's fine. You know, just be a deeper team. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, we are back. It is a couple days before opening day. We did make one deal in the time I was gone. Show it to you now. And I did use one of the Rule 5 guys to make it happen. So if we go back to January, we did sign Matt Chapman to a 3-year deal worth $45 million, 2 team options after this season. So Matt Chapman will be our starting third baseman, at least against lefties. And we will figure out what to do with Sal Stewart. He'll just sort of have to suck it up. But when you get an opportunity to sign Matt Chapman, you take it. And if he doesn't hit, he's going to be our pinch hitter. And that's fine. But for now, he's gonna start. At any rate, I guess it would have been in December then. No, where was it? Where was? Maybe it doesn't consider it a major transaction. Oh, because I keep going back to the wrong month. All right, so here it is. We traded Jaciel De La Cruz, who was not very good in his time with us last year. 6.23 ERA in 25 games. We traded him. And Chad Horn, who just was awful last year, and I didn't want to see his face, so I traded him. Along with Bobby Alvarado, who was one of the Rule 5 guys that we picked up, and we traded them to the Milwaukee Brewers. And we got somebody that we can't seem to stay away from, Raul Estrada, who was initially a minor league signing by us back in 2022. We traded him to the Brewers along with Edwin Diaz for Isaac Pacheco back in 2025. We then took him in the Rule 5 in 2027 from the Brewers. We then traded him to the Cardinals along with Brett Conine in 2028 for Justin Dunn. St. Louis released him 2 days later, returned him to the Brewers, and we just traded for him again. So Raul Estrada is back in our system. He's going to start in AAA. We also pick up 24-year-old second baseman Bobby Newman. Again, a bat who can't really hit, but he's more infield depth for us, which is important. And Josh Wilson, 24-year-old who can't really hit but can play multiple positions very, very well. So we pick up a couple of... I really like Wilson. I like his other stuff. Like he's clearly a very good shortstop. He can learn second and third with those defensive ratings. He's got speed. And if he hits 240, that's fine. But, I mean, this is kind of the perfect player for me in terms of a role-type player. So that was the deal we made. So, again, we've got... Estrada is going to be in AAA to start the season. And we have just a crap ton of players on our roster. So we have $18 million left for this year, none for next year. Part of that is because of the contract to Matt Chapman, which we'll deal with next year. But right now we have 34 players on the big league roster. We have to trim that down. So pitching ratings, we have 18 players. Danny Fisher is going to go to AAA because he's not really a pitcher. Carson Applegate's going to go to AAA. So that puts us at what? Because it also includes Luke Lito. So that's actually 15. So we got to send 2 more players down to the minor leagues. One of them is going to be West Tunnel. Oh, he's at option years. Spencer Miles? Can't send Spencer Miles down. Okay. So we're going to have a decision to make, and that's fine. That's kind of what happens. Newton, no. Sullivan I want to hold on to. He's a reliever right now, but a ground ball pitcher who throws 96 to 98. And, ground ball pitcher who throws 96 to 98. I want to hold on to him. Let's get Giolito back in the rotation. So I guess that means we DFA Tunnel. And does anybody want Spencer Miles? He's 29. My guess is probably not. My guess is we can probably DFA him and it won't be an issue, yeah. So let's just DFA him. And that leaves us with 30 players, 13 pitchers, 14 if you count Luke Lito. So what does our rotation look like? 5-man rotation. Giolito, Brubaker, Denny, Gesson, Norman is fine with me. Camarada is going to be our closer. Fairbanks is going to be set up along with Haas. Roberson's going to be middle relief with Macy's. Let's switch out of this. Come back over here. Lito I want as none specified because I only want him pitching in rare occasions. Sullivan will be a specialist. Newton and Smith will be my long relievers. Newton will be the emergency starting pitcher. Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that. So that's good. I'm set with our pitching rotation. I think our starters are fantastic. I think our bullpen is passable. Our bullpen is okay. I think we'll be all right with the players we have there. Now we have to send 4 batters down. So Jerry and Ely's going to be 1. To Jackson Lynn. Jackson Lynn picked up a little bit of positional rating. I think he's going to start. He's got a good bat, man. He has got a power bat. So Ely and Eichacker will go to AAA. Ely can't, so we'll have to DFA him. I don't care. We've got so many outfielders. So that puts us at, 27? 28. So we still have to send 2 players down. I think we send LeCaire down. Because we got Carter Young, who can back up at second and short. Federico Ramirez, who can back up at second and short. Castro is going to be our starting shortstop. And Sal Stewart, who's likely to be our starting second. Yeah, so he got better at second base. So 48 at second base now. So, and he's actually listed as a second baseman. So that may work out well with Stewart at second and Chapman at third. So we got to send 1 more down. And it can't be Strong because we would have to send him back to Philadelphia. So I think it's got to be Lynn. I don't really want it to be Lynn, but he hasn't played above A-ball, so I think it makes sense for it to be Jackson Lynn. We'll send him to AAA, and that should give us our 26, right? Yep. Okay, so let's set our lineups. Come over here, clear all lineups, batting ratings. We start with Mr. Lito batting leadoff, Mr. Wesniak in the 2-hole. And now for a very interesting strategy, or very interesting thing. Has Chris B earned the starting left fielder position? What do the batting stats from spring training look like? Not that spring training is the be-all, end-all, but if we go to OPS, B put up a 797 and Pinnell put up a 721. So yeah, I guess it's B, and we will just let them sort of rotate in left field. Yeah. Although, look at those ratings against righties. I don't know. Ugh. I've got so much talent, I don't know what to do with it. Drew Jones is going to bat 4th. So much talent, I don't know what to do with it all. Stewart will bat 5th. Chappie will bat 6th. Castro will bat 7th. Romo will bat 8th. And let's just see what it does here. So it wants to play Carter Young every second game at second base. I don't really want that. I want Stewart to get reps in. In the outfield, I want Ramirez to... Yeah, I mean, really, I think Ramirez this year is just going to kind of sit on the bench and be a pinch hitter, and he'll play, every once in a while. I need to get Pinnell out there, though, so maybe we just rotate them against lefties and righties and see which one has the better start to the season, and then we decide from there, maybe. So against lefties, we're going to do things a little different. We're going to bat Stewart second. We're going to move B down in the lineup. Can Castro hit lefties? Not particularly. What about Romo? Not particularly. So we'll bat B 6th. And we'll do the same thing with the lineup. Every second game, Pinnell will bat against lefties. Yeah. So we'll just switch B and Pinnell. And again, they want every second game for Young. I don't want that. Yeah, let's make sure that our DH is set. And against the DH, things will be a whole lot easier, I think, because we can get Pinnell out there as well. But against with the designated hitter, B is going to be our DH, not Pinnell. And we're going to move Pinnell into the 5 spot. Slide everybody down one. I don't know how Chapman's going to like hitting 7th, but, whatever. He can deal with it. And then against leftists, let's copy this lineup and then paste it in here. Bobby Strong. Yeah, we'll just stick with that lineup. I'm fine with that lineup. But I don't want Perez to be my backup designated hitter. That doesn't make any sense. It's going to be Bobby Strong. All right, so I think our lineup is set. I really like our offense this year. I think our offense is going to absolutely steamroll this year. It's all going to come down to whether our pitching staff holds up, but I really, really like our offense this year. So let's get up to opening day. Looks like Wozniak had another good spring, 362, led the league in whip, or on base, OPS, not whip. Let it generate all of its season predictions. They want us to win it all, which is expected. Top 100 prospects. We don't have anybody in the top 10, but I feel like our prospect list is going to be better this year. Or not, we're 28th. So we've got Victor Moncada, who we signed last season, Newman, and Hennon. So a couple of second basemen. All right, well, that's fine. I disagree. I disagree, but it is what it is. Japan won the World Baseball Classic. Zavala hit 615 for Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic. We're going to go in here real quick, and we are going to, let's offer a bunch of minor league contracts, basically to every 2.5-star player that is, doesn't want, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. There we go. We can bring him back. Basically, I offer contracts to every single minor league free agent that's 2.5 stars. And that gives me depth should somebody get hurt, and it gives me additional trading chips. So minor league, and they won't all sign. Some of them will want major league contracts, and that's fine. Some of these guys, Klaus will be back in a bit, so we can offer him a contract. He's out for the year. Yeah, not a lot of pitchers, a lot of injured pitchers. 40-year-old Kyle Hendricks. Let's offer him a minor league deal. These guys are all out for a while. He's out for a while. Let's find some just 1.5-star guys to add to our minor leagues. Just get some depth in there in case we get some injuries. That looks to be enough. All right, so preseason predictions. We are predicted to go 162, hit 240 home runs, second in the league, put up a 4.08 ERA, which is in the top half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th overall. I'll take it. Wozniak, Luke Lito, both on the list. And from a pitching perspective, we've got Denny and Giolito. Let's look at our pipeline before we call it an episode. So Colorado. So we have Victor Moncada, who's in the international complex and will be throughout the year. Bobby Newman, we talked about. Hennon, we talked about. Real. I don't know that he's ever going to develop into anything, but he's still in the international complex through this season. Quintanilla is probably a trade chip with the amount of outfielders that we have in our system. Andy Powers, we drafted him in the second round, I think, a couple years ago. Yeah, in 2028. If he can develop the glove, I mean, he might be a left fielder when it's all said and done. But he looks like Chris B, right? I mean, with Chris B with a little bit more power. So that's talent there. Joe Sullivan, we picked up in the Rule 5. We'll see what he's got. We'll see what he's got as a ground ball pitcher. That control can play because he's got good movement and 3 good pitches. Gabe Satterfield is somebody I'm really excited about. I've talked about him pretty much every single time. Drafted him in the 6th round because of the number of pitches he had. Well, you can see 3 of those pitches are now 80 or potential 80 plus. Stuff is almost up to an 80. His movement is increased. His control is increased, and he's only 22. So I'm excited about him. Kevin Compton was our first round pick a year ago, or no, in 2028 rather. He's going to start in Double-A. He looks to be pretty solid, so we'll allow him to continue to develop. We talked about Ramirez. We got him in the Rule 5. Ike Akers sort of, I don't want to say he stalled because and his ratings are fantastic. Fantastic batting ratings against righties, but again, he's behind so many players, he might end up being a trade chip. Danny Fisher is going to start in AAA. We may have to find a home for him sooner rather than later. He hasn't played higher than A-ball, so he's going to start in AAA, but with those ratings, he could be a monster at the dish. David Rodriguez is in the International Complex. Kevin Mathis is another power-hitting first baseman. He's going to start in AAA. And Jamie Callahan was our first-round pick last year. Still looks to be pretty good. Didn't play at all last year, but he will start in A-ball because he's 22. So those are our prospects. Let's quickly look at the waiver wire, see if we have anybody of interest there. Let's look at pitching potential. There is a 3.5-star pitcher on here. Pitching potential. Chase Burns, he's 27, throws 100 miles an hour. Wow. 4 good pitches. If he wasn't a fly ball pitcher, I would take him in a heartbeat. In fact, I still might. This guy looks pretty good. Extreme ground ball, throws 101 miles an hour. I'm going to put in a claim in on Mike Bruyard. Let's see. Let's see if we can claim him. I'll claim him and try to send him down myself. Do the same thing with Chase Burns. See if we can claim them both. I don't know if it'll let me, but we'll try. So, all right. We are going to come back next time. And we are going to play opening day against the New York Mets. We finally get a new team to play against, and that will be on Sunday night at 7 p.m. We'll be taking on Shane Bieber and the New York Mets. It'll be Lucas Giolito against Shane Bieber on opening day. Guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. Please drop the guys at GM Games a like on this video, a subscribe on their channel. Go over and join their Discord as well if you haven't already. A lot of good stuff over there. And I will talk to everybody Sunday night. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.